Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, the maybe end, but I'm thinking more like the penultimate episode. On Twitch, definitely not on YouTube. There's gonna be a couple more episodes probably after this. We got a little bit left. We're gonna be doing a lot of side quest cleanup, but I'm like weirdly excited this time about the side quests. The quality of side quests, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, it was kind of like a big thing that bothered me a little bit earlier in the game, where I'm just like, these side quests are pointless. And then I thought about it, and some of the more recent side quests are way more well done. I just think there was, even though the end of the game, the middle to end of the game is very side quest heavy compared to the beginning, ones in the middle of the game were still kind of forgettable. But as we've gotten into the end of the game, the side quests, to me, they just carry more weight. I'm having a better time with them, and then especially the one that we just did with, or the one that we did at the last stream with Torgal, going to like a completely unique area that I don't think we would have had access to otherwise. So that's cool. And speaking of side quests, let's go ahead and grab this next one from Lubor.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
It's not small.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children.
Pulling for 8-gate.
I refuse to let them share in my disgrace.
You can do it, Charlie.
And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The hideaway.
Yes, done. Check that off the list. Give me my reward. Absolutely. Do I need to take them?
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
I was about to say, ether flood, not water flood.
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
I've fallen for that more than
Bandits
once.
are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan.
That guy looked haggard.
Children, stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
It's in the sand. Ooh. Okay. Let's bring up the map. What do we got? Okay, we got some stuff to check off here in town. Okay, that's all the new quests. Oh, just kidding. There's one in Tabor. Way over here. All right, well, we'll check off the one that's closest to us first, and then.
What's an Akashic?
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
Hold on. Where is this one?
Know your place, bearer.
Why do they always
Oh,
have to make such a...
doesn't show up outside the building.
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may
No.
believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
Why don't we just tell them who we are for real?
But for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that.
All right.
Now,
I hope you all die. I will feel no regrets. In fact, I will get the door for the Akashic when they show up.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
Could we start by murdering them?
Let's speak to Lord Verda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Okay. This. Oh. Walked right by him.
Lord Verda. Sid, what's wrong? I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted. The bloody fools. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Verda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
That was not 10 minutes.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They don't tire. And they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me.
But forgive me too.
If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
Although there's nothing to be forgiven. You people just suck.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
Sure done.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go! Yeah.
Yes!
Come on, then. Just go.
Lubor.
Wait, someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
Oh, I'll kill him. I will kill them all. Yep. Let me ifrit these mothers.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Counting table? You need a table to count on?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going! And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
We're lost the store. That makes sense.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then.
Do I have blood or
Fine.
tears? A mix of both.
Gather round if you don't want to die.
Well, I think our work here's done. Right?
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where
Is
do
that
I
his
fit
store?
into this plan?
Or is he making promises for other
Where
people?
else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
All right. Again, we're going to approach this in the most... Okay, well, I guess that's our spot. I was gonna say we're gonna tackle these quests in maybe the most
Good. That will keep some...
kind of the place that the way that gives us the best pathing. I don't necessarily care about moving from point A to point B within missions, But it seems like this one, that might be how we go about it.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Why is this so fast? I had like a super special ultra chocobo. Oh, I guess I don't need a waypoint when I can see the ether flood.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside?
I guess is Akashic.
Thanks, Gal.
I'm actually on the last chapter, Kate. So this is the last chapter. I just have... What the hell is that? I think that's Joshua's thing. I just am doing some side quests and stuff before I move to the end of the game. Which may or may not happen today because there are a lot of side quests. Stop hitting my dog.
It's over.
And I think I checked, we sent a raid to Game Croy Friday, and he asked a good question. He's like, what percentage are you at? And I was like, I didn't check. So I brought turned my PlayStation back on to find out. I think I'm at like 86%. I don't know what exactly is included with that. If that's strictly main story stuff, which it makes sense that it would be. Which means there might be a little bit more to the main story than I thought. 14% seems like a pretty sizable amount. But if it includes side content, who knows? We just need to go... Are we just going inside here?
Alive.
The Akashic Cunning Man. That seems like somebody who's going to be casting spells. I don't think I've seen that type of enemy before. Big buddy.
Nice try.
See if we can whittle down his stagger meter again with this. That'll work. Awesome. Might have been the smoothest fight I've had in this entire game. Was that the entire quest?
The League is disbanded.
Yeah, okay. There's just that
I should
little
get
sequence.
back to
Okay.
Dalamil and see how the others fared.
50-50 Dalamil's destroyed. Got duped by mindless monsters. Oh, we're fine. Oh, I see blood in the sand. Sometime later. Is that blood?
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Yeah, Dalamil doesn't
Most
deserve
of
it.
them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
Are they not supposed to know
done.
where Sid?
Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalamil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize.
Damn straight.
After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We
Doubt-
only hope
they
that you
assaulted
can
him.
forgive us.
They should go to prison.
We need you, Lubor. Dalamil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalamil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start.
We're not gonna have an election or anything? just you are mayor?
Unity is the key to defending Dalamil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalamil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalamil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
Kind of funny. All right. Nope, not done yet. Just kidding.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalamil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubor. About the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalamil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Okay, just the kids. They had a devious look to them. Briar's Kiss signboard. Okay. Breath of Light. That's 7,200 experience for that? These side quests are a good idea. That one, again, I'm not really fully committed to anything that's happening in Dalamil. Dalamil is kind of like one of the areas that I'm trying to like clean that place up first so I can go to places that I like more. Okay, we'll go to Dravozd. Bajed? I don't know how they say it. They say it weird. We'll go here. I'm going to check this store quick just because it says have something. It's probably just an accessory.
Would you like to see my wares?
Boring. Breath of Darkness. It's probably what it was. Oh, I'm missing some potions.
Thank you. Certainly. May we meet again.
I will have to remind myself, when I get into, you know, the end game with the boss fights and stuff, that I have that last elixir. I was like, maybe I should have that equipped and ready to go. I guess maybe we'll see how it goes. Oh, I just called my chocobo and then ran away from him. I'm sorry. I do want you. Alright. Next spot's over here somewhere. That damn thing followed me all the way across the map last time. No! I hope the dogs don't do the same thing. Good.
Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise,
Defeat a desert tor.
where do you hide?
Is that the big turtle? Turtle? Are you a big turtle? There you are.
Looks like we found it.
What happened there?
Nice try.
That might be the easiest attack in the game to dodge. I don't think I've ever gotten hit by that. Wow. I literally forgot how to play for a second there. That was my fault. That was a real bad attempt. Oh, I think I just got hit by the attack I said I never got hit by. Damn it. Not bad. Not too shabby. Adamantoise shell.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Okay. That's what she needed. Let's see. So let's go to Tabor first. Paper first here. Oh, this is that weird confusing town. Like, built in a weird circle. Valley.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Tell me what to do. Will of Darkness. I wanted that stuff, I could buy it here, but I don't.
Take care.
What else new here? Okay. Quest up there. In here, I mean.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes.
Oh, this is the will.
I
Okay.
have it here.
See, this seems like it's going to be a significant side quest.
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
Now my expectations are too high. Oh, God. Your father. I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you.
An inheritance.
You can do it, King. Come on.
The late Archduke penned this missive
Open
shortly
wide.
before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate. What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
Your mother.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
Well.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord.
Who is it?
After
Do we know her?
all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
Where's that?
Shall we then?
Is that in Rosario? And she's just sitting there waiting? Man, Cyril gives me the creeps. Archduke Elwyn's Testament. Sorry, I just hit my mic. That wasn't too thing. Is this the archive? Oh, maybe this is it. Okay. Hold on, is there another quest in here?
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
Oh my god, this dude's stockpiling quests.
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
Sure, we'll go save him.
It would not.
Going to Ash anyway.
But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Are you out of side quests now? Yes. Okay.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus.
So up here.
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
Oh, hey, the archive was just upstairs. I honestly thought this was like in the bottom of Rosaria Castle or something.
My lord, your grace.
Hello.
I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more?
I don't recognize her.
What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it.
Of course.
It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see.
What?
We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Okay. Okay, where there's so that's there. So yeah, we'll go down there first. Sorry, 1 second. Okay.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
I think it was just along this path. But I saw sparkles, so 1 moment, please. Ah! Need those. See him. Simurgh.
There it is. The House Rosfield.
Oh god. He can do tornadoes like I can do tornadoes. Seems to have a lot of hit points. Dodge. Well, that wasn't very good. Uh-oh. Alright, there we go. Oh, I wish I would have gotten that off before. I guess we're doing that now. My tornado versus your tornado. Hold on. I didn't think you'd actually do it. I can't say anything. Is this mine or his? This must be mine, right? Okay. Ah, so close. I didn't know I had my... How are you not dead? There we go. Jeez. You're just hanging in there. There's my heartstone. 2 heartstones. Is that just like a griffin's like kidney stone?
Lady Godotha will know.
Okay, let's go back. We'll hand that in. And we'll do our last thingy-majig. Hi, Bark! And arise we shall. Oh, you're not my guy. Not my guy. Weekend was good, dude. Weekend was good. We went to a zoo. It's like a zoo / amusement park. And thank you. Oh, I've been standing the rest of the day. And Jack got to ride some big kid rides. We're not talking like full-blown roller coasters, but like a mini power tower
Thank
and
the founder
like
you
a
were safe.
spinny, twisty one that
Heartstone
I don't know. He had a blast though. He had a lot of fun, and it was fun riding with him.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
How about you? How's your weekend?
Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion.
New
and
armor.
The graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godotha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord.
Unless these armbands suck.
Your Grace.
Then you wasted your time.
For coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
The Founder's Grasp. I'm assuming they're armbands that we can, right? Not there. That's not where we would put them. We would put them here. 94 and 50. I don't remember what those icons mean. Oh, it's okay. So HP goes up by 20. Defense goes up by. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, they're better. Good job, Godifel. You didn't waste your life. Oh my God. There's more quests. Questing. Oh.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
God, this feels like a traitor. This guy just feels like such a traitor.
And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
It's just his
If
muted
you would
way.
permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive?
And nobody wants to be
Should we pay your father a
churlish.
visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there.
Ooh, new helmet.
It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Bark, have you ever played a game called 1980X? Or anybody in chat? All right, we're gonna have to go to Baklad and then Chocobo all the way down to the other gate. Never heard of it? Okay, it's a game I was playing yesterday. It's a game. It's really short. It's like an hour and a half long. It's on PlayStation. I got it for like $10. But it's like, it was cool. It was cool. It's like people are gonna be like, it's an hour and a half long. No, thank you. And that's fine. You know, if you don't like long games. But it was an interesting game. It's trying to, it like puts you in the 80s and has like this little story that it tries to convey, but it conveys it by like putting you in a position to play different not mini games. They're a little bit more fleshed out than, they're not full games, but they're a little bit more fleshed out than mini games. But they're like made in the style of 80s games. Like there's a brawler, there's a like a Cruisin' USA like racing game. There's like a dungeon crawling RPG and stuff. It was neat. It was cool. Again, it's $10. And like I said, it is an hour and a half. You know, if you want to platinum it, it's probably like 2.5 hours. But it was a fun little experience. I had a good time with it. It's a cool game. Look into it. It's got like amazing like pixel art scenes and stuff. It's got really good music. But yeah, it's called 1980X, and I think that they're gonna be making a follow up to it because it does end on like it just says it does end by saying like to be continued, and they say that they've got another one coming and stuff. It's just not out yet, but it came out in 2019, so it's been out for a little bit, but it's been on my list for the longest time, and I never played it. And decided yesterday was the day. It's cool. It's cool. It's not gonna change your life, but it's cool. Or maybe it will change your life. Pang, 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 pang. Ow. Alright.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
So this is so make for Garnick. Okay, so this is going to push us through to another part of this area that we've never seen before. Except we're playing minigames. The Mario Party ones. Playing our Wild Hearts is only an hour and it changed my life.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you.
That's true. Isn't it longer than that?
Want, it's a fight you
Maybe
should
not.
have.
Yeah, that game was cool. I think I like 1980X better, but I think that's because the aesthetic like vibes with me better.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
About an hour? Really? Okay. I do remember streaming that one.
Right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Dude is getting wrecked. I'll just fire off magic. Oh, there's two commandants. Yeah, it's the pixel art and stuff. I thought it was like it just looked really good. There was one mini game, which I'm gonna call it a mini game, even though I already explained it's not really a mini game. There was one where I was like, I don't know if I love this, but the rest of them were like they were good enough. They were cool, and the music was awesome. I think the soundtrack's on Spotify. I'm gonna check it out soon.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My Lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question.
Do you want to die?
What do you stand to gain from all this?
Alright, right.
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made
Hi, Timmy.
may not always have been the right ones,
What's up, buddy?
I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Huh? I actually did every voice in this game. Yeah.
Certainly not the words I
They gave me
expected
$100.
from an outlaw.
Yeah.
But perhaps your uncle was
It was
right.
worth it.
You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Yeah.
Different kind, perhaps.
For being like the savior of the world, people certainly have a negative negative impression of what I am about.
Outlaw on ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
I'm just surprised this far in, people are just like, outlaw, jerks.
Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
You say bad. Never pronounced
I will
babe.
see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
He owes us.